Are you ready to join me in transforming
something that's different? And it goes back to what we said at the very beginning. This is the steps that I use, and I do it all the time, and I'm sure a number of people will use those same steps.
Well, I love too that you're sharing that, you know, you're taking classes, you're doing courses, you're getting new information. So, and this is how I see it is with everybody. If you're on the planet, and even on the other side, it's my understanding from different people I've talked to, the Ascended Masters and so forth, everybody is still expanding. This is the whole thing. It never ends. Expansion, learning, raising our vibration, raising our consciousness. So you just never know it all. That's the thing. You're always in the process of exploring and learning and seeing what's going to happen, which I love. So, but the kind of one of the questions I'm going to bring it back to about the DNA and the crystalline energy body and all that. So, is this always been part of the plan? Like, have we ever been more like crystalline bodies, and what does it mean to be more? Are we all going to get to the point where we're breatharians, or we won't need our physical body, or what sort of, I'm not saying absolute, but what does it look like? Why is this happening? What to get us out of the old dense energy, but what is it going to look like?
So, as you said, people are constantly learning, people are constantly changing, and nothing stays still. As much as you want it to stay still, nothing stays still. The universe keeps moving in its direction, the earth keeps rotating, the sun, the moon, everything is in movement. And therefore, consciousness is always in movement. Our reality is always in movement. Everything that's happening in our life is in movement. Right. So it's about recognizing, well, what direction do I want to go? What's my potential? If I look at things from the abstract, looking at things from that place of the potential for the whole, I think that the earth is always going to be a place where people have physicality, where they always have a physical body, they always have free will, they always have the opportunity to create and live a life that is purely their free will, and that's what the earth is always about. Now, there are people call it the new earth, meaning it's like earth, it looks like earth, we all look like we're sitting here in this, physical reality, right. But the vibration starts at that like 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension. And in that new earth, you are much more transparent. You are less physically dense. And so when they say, are we going to be on earth and breatharian and just living on pure energy? Yes, that's always going to be, that is a potential. Is that where we're going to? For some, they may say, yes, that's what I want to get to on earth. Well, they're going to be living in the higher dimensions around earth. And for those that want to say, no, I want it always to be physical, I want it always to be free will, there's always going to be that which is of the earth. And so it was very, very impactful that we opened up to the level of the 4th and 5th dimension. We're talking, it's taken several thousands of years to get here. But the fact that we went over that cusp over the last 10 years is phenomenal. I mean, when we think about this, it is really, truly amazing. You mentioned earlier about the harmonic concordance, and those were consciousness. Those were decisions made in the collective consciousness that said, we're not going to blow up the earth. We're going to ascend into a higher dimension. And that's exactly what we've been doing. And so go ahead.
Well, I'm just thinking, so as people can live longer. We can choose to live longer. I mean, I've even heard of somebody, at least one other person on the planet that's been here for like 5,000 years. They're still here. So I don't know them, but I understand it's possible. So maybe it's, that's part of raising our vibration, to live longer, have an opportunity to bring more wisdom in. But I am concerned about one thing. If I get to that level where I'm a breatharian, does that mean no more chocolate, no more whipped cream, no more? Because like part of being on the earth is about the chocolate, right? I mean, I just want to make sure. Like, can I be a breatharian and still eat chocolate and whipped cream and cherries and things I love?
So from the perspective of a breatharian, chocolate and cherries and things you love are going to be different. It's going to be an energy and a consciousness.
Okay. Because I know there's a
But
lot of people.
I don't think that's anywhere near being available to people at this point.
Well,
You know, unless they just shift into those vibrations. I
Yeah.
think it's available to anybody. I misspoke that, but not the billions of people that are living upon the earth.
Well, the thing is, when I'm aspiring, I set my goals and my aspirations. I want to make sure I'm clear. I don't want to be choosing something, and that means I'm going to have to give up chocolate.
Well, this is perfect that you said it like that. We are each choosing what we want to have in life. We're choosing how we're living our life. We're choosing. And if it's something you don't like, especially the higher your vibration, you're not going to choose it.
Right.
And so when you think about that, and that's why we as human consciousness right now in this time-space reality, we need to begin to say, oh, this is what I'm choosing. Oh, this is what I want. Oh, this is what I'm choosing to do when I live out my life. This is what I'm choosing to learn about. This is what I'm choosing to express to the world. This is what I'm choosing. And so when you begin to be very conscious of it that way, what's going to happen is you're going to begin to choose things that you like. And when you choose things that you like, it's bringing in more of your divinity. Really, to me, it's all about the divinity.
Shelley and I both have blogs, we have websites, we're on Facebook, both of us. We have our pages,
Google Plus,
Twitter, and Google Plus, and LinkedIn, and so forth. And we are open. That's the key. We are open. Post your comments, ask your questions. You'll get a response. Of course, you're not going to get a private session over a public media. If you need a private session, do that. You know, but
there's a lot of these. Yeah, if you have that question, chances are someone else does too.
Exactly. And you know what? It never hurts to ask. If your question is really private, you know, it's not, I don't recommend you post stuff like that on any social media. But if it's general, like, you know, anybody else feeling this energy, or I'm having this problem, probably you'll get a response, and you'd be surprised. You're not alone. That's really key. I love that you said that, Shelley. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So I think we can leave this for now. I mean, I know we're going to chat again soon, and I just really want to send you my love and gratitude, Shelley, for being so open and willing to go wherever, because we do not ever know. And I quite love that. I love that. So many blessings to you. Thank you so much, Shelley. And for the rest of you watching, take care.
Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I love you.
Thank you to my guests for sharing with us today. Thank you for watching. Feel free to share the link. You can join us for live shows by going to letsgetrealchattingwithcatherine.com and listen to the replays from the show page, preview guests, and explore links to our Facebook fan page, WordPress blog, and more. We are creating an exquisite world. Until next time, take care.